Facebook and everyone on Zoom. So now we can address all of you. Injuries, if you've got any injuries, if you're not feeling well, if you're feeling a bit like all over the place, if you're feeling sick, if you've got aches and pains, I'm not there to make sure that you're okay. So it's up to you to just be mindful of your own bodies and just make sure that you are okay. So just be kind to yourself, be gentle to yourself. Don't overexert yourself if there's something that you don't want to do or that is really, really hard for you. Just take a step back, take a child's pose. I'm going to offer you guys a bunch of versions in and progressions throughout the class. So don't worry if one thing is not to your liking. That's perfectly fine. If you are pregnant, please make sure you've got a pillow so that you can prop up your neck and back, and make sure you have a glass of water just so that you can keep yourself hydrated throughout the class. Pregnant ladies as well, no twists through the spine because twists cut off the air flow to the fetus. I think that is everything. So I'm going to start seated, always start seated. I like starting seated. I think it's a really nice place to ground yourself. You're very welcome to start lying down or standing if that's more to your preference, and then bring yourself down to seated once we start our movement. It's completely up to you, but we are going to start seating on the mat when we start to move. So what I want you guys to do is just find some space, maybe give yourself a little wiggle around, shift those hips from side to side, really, really get into your space. So maybe you've only got a little bit of space around you and you push things to the side to throw down a towel or your yoga mat, and that's fine. But what I want you to do is really make that space your own. Really feel like this is my space, this is my time. And I just want you to shift yourself around, get into a position that feels comfortable, maybe give those shoulders a little wiggle, do whatever feels good. Maybe you're going to draw some circles with your chest and with your hips. Just really loosening up that body. We're just going to give ourselves a wiggle, get out any like excess bits of frazzled energy, like little shots of electricity. Let's just shake them all off so that we can bring ourselves into a nice, still, kind of relaxed, calm mood on our mats. So bring yourself into a seated position, cross the legs, and take your palms onto your knees. You're going to turn them upwards so that they face the sky. I want you to plant those sit bones down on the mat nice and evenly, and drop your shoulders down and close your eyes. So take a nice deep inhale here. Expand your abdomen, send all of that air down towards the bottom of your lungs. Fill them like a glass all the way to the top. And as you exhale, reverse the breath and draw the navel in towards the spine. And again. So with every breath, I just want you to teach your lungs to breathe that little bit deeper. We're always using the full capacity of our lungs. And maybe pause for a moment at the top of your breath before exhaling and drawing that navel in, reversing, emptying the lungs. And as we inhale, we lengthen through the spine, correcting our posture, making sure that we're not slumping. We're sitting proud and tall, our neck's long and our spine's long. Inhale, drop the shoulders down away from the ears so we create space for our neck to grow. And again, inhale, and as you exhale, we trickle those shoulder blades down our spine towards the earth, feeling gravity almost taking hold of them and pulling them down our backs. Unclench your jaw and just pay attention to what your back teeth are doing. Make sure they're not touching. Drop that tongue down away from the roof of the mouth. Maybe your mouth is open slightly and maybe you stick your tongue out a little bit like a little puppy. And just unfurrow your brow. Allow those facial features to become soft and gentle. Keeping that breath flowing. Inhale, we wash the breath through our bodies. And exhale. I like to think of the breath as almost cleansing me. I inhale to wash away any negativity, any tension, any stress. Exhale, I blow it all away. And let's start to tune out our distractions, our thoughts and our worries, the excess noise in our heads, those voices that we don't really need there. Forgetting everything we did before and need to do after. Let's take that imaginary broom and start to sweep our mind completely clean, leaving it empty, clear and light. And as you empty your mind, feel yourself become lighter, becoming so lightweight on your mat, but still staying grounded, those sit bones drawing down towards the earth, your arms, your palms drawing down, but lengthening through your spine. Breathe, inhale and exhale. And before we start moving, we just think about how grateful we are that we can still practice all together, and how lovely it is to be able to share this practice with you all, even via an internet connection. And let's all breathe in together so we feel more connected. Inhale and exhale. Start with gentle movement. Let your head hang heavy and roll it the whole way round. All the way back. And back the other way. Feel like your head is a lead weight as you roll it, becoming like a rag doll. Back the other way. Very gentle rolls getting into the neck. And one more time, back the other way. Back to center. Turn your palms so they're facing down on your knees and lift those shoulders up towards your ears. Draw them down your spine. Deep shoulder rolls up to your ears, down your spine. Drawing circles with those shoulders. Lifting them up on the inhale and down on the exhale, drawing them down towards the earth. Really try and get into every nook and cranny of the body here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, raise your arms up towards the sky, dropping those shoulders down, keeping the neck long, and interlace your fingers above your head. Turn them and push them up towards the sky. Keep those sit bones nice and planted. Inhale here. Exhale, start to lean across to the side. Whichever side, I'm taking a lean to the left, so I'm stretching the right side of my body. Make sure those bum cheeks are almost super glued down onto the mat. So when you reach, you keep those hips level and you really, really take that entire stretch from your right hip to your right hand. Imagine you're trying to add an inch onto that side of the body. Inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back to center and inhale across to the right, this time stretching the left side of your body. Neck long, shoulders down. Create space between your ears and your shoulders. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, reach. What we want to avoid is a disappearing neck and a double chin. So you want to keep that neck nice and long. Inhale. Bum cheeks glued down and exhale. And imagine the top half of your body is in a toaster, so it's nice and aligned. Gently bring yourself back to center. Open those arms nice and wide. Twist your wrists. Wiggle those fingers. Take a deep breath here. Reach your arms behind you. Push the chest forward, opening your heart center, and draw those shoulder blades together at the back. And those of you that are super flexy, want to get deeper into your shoulders, you can hinge forward through the hips and lift your arms behind you. But make sure that you are hinging at the hips and not lifting your bum off the floor. Breathe here and exhale. Take one more deep breath. Gently unravel if you're leaning forward. Bring those arms in front of you. And you're just going to start to walk the hands forward, taking yourself towards the mat. Take yourself however far you want to take it. You can bring yourself all the way down if you want to. Deep inhale here, we lengthen. And exhale, we start to roll up, curve the spine. Drag your fingers along the mat, back up. Inhale, raise your arms up. Bring yourself forward, however far forward you want to go. Drop that head and exhale, roll up through the spine. And one more time, I'll show you from the side. Inhale, we raise our arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward, forward, hinge at the hips. Drop that head and exhale, curl the back, really curving that spine, dome in the shoulders. Open the chest, neck long, bring your palms in front of you on the mat and bring yourself into your all fours position. Stack those joints. So knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, pull that navel in, spread the fingers nice and wide, deep inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to breathe out through the mouth, but like we're fogging up a mirror, like a dragon breathing smoke. And again, inhale. Keep that breath going, pushing into the outside of your little fingers and your palms, almost like you could lift up off the mat. You're pushing the mat away with your knees, the tops of your feet, and your hands. Again, inhale. And this time we're going to do the same breath, but we keep our mouth closed the entire time, so it's all through our nose. Our Ujjayi breath. Inhale. Feel that air fogging up in the back of your throat. And again, inhale. Might feel a little bit strange. Take one more deep breath here. Good, let's tuck that right foot under, so you're flexing the foot, and then you're going to kick that leg up towards the sky. We're going to do a couple of hip circles here, so we're opening up our hips. You're going to start to draw circles with your knee. Let's go 1, 2, stay with me, good, 3, back the other way, 1, 2, and 3, really lovely. Place that leg back down. Let's do the other one. Tuck that left toe under, kick up towards the sky and start to draw circles. 1, 2, 3, back the other way. 1, 2, and 3, and drop that knee. Tuck both toes under and push up into your downward facing dog. So straight line from hands all the way up to tailbone. Tuck that head in, so you're trying to look between your legs or at your belly button and just start to walk your feet out here. So you're bicycling the legs, so down dog can be a really, really lovely one for tight calves and hamstrings. It can also be a little bit uncomfortable. So we'll obviously come back to this throughout the class, and it will start to feel a little bit nicer as we go forward. If you do feel like it's a bit uncomfortable here, you can give your knees a little bend. It's much better to have bent knees than a curve in the spine. And I have days where I have to bend my knees as well because I feel so tight. So it's completely normal. Draw that navel in towards the spine. Your feet should be about hip width apart. Fingertips spread nice and wide and pressing into the outside of your fingers and your elbows out slightly. Nice straight spine. Inhale here, we're going to lift up on our toes, raising the heels up to the sky, and exhale, lower. So if you've got tight calves and hamstrings, this will feel really nice, quite intense, but lovely. Lifting up and lower. And lift, try and keep that body in the straight, same position as you lift. And lower, try not to drop forward like you're planking. Give me 2 more of these, lifting up and lower. And once more, lift and lower, deep inhale. Let's drop forward into our high plank position. So core engaged, nice straight line through your body. Make sure those wrists are underneath your shoulders. We're going to take a deep inhale here. Drop those knees down towards the mat, but just let them hover. Exhale, push that bum back towards your heels and then send the sit bones up into your down dog. We're going to do 3 of those circles. Take a nice deep inhale with me and let's drop forward into our plank position. Drop the knees, push back as you exhale and push up. Inhale forward into your plank position, dropping your knees. Exhale, push the bum back towards the heels and up towards the sky. Lovely, everybody. Let's go one more time. Drop forward, high plank. Drop the knees. Push the bum back and exhale into your downward facing dog. Really, really lovely. Take a deep inhale here. Send that right leg up behind you into your three-legged dog. If you want to, you can bend the knee here and flex the right foot. Make sure that weight is evenly distributed between both hands. Deep inhale. Exhale, take that right knee forward to meet your chest and plant the right foot down. You're going to drop that back knee onto the floor. Make sure that your right ankle is underneath your right knee. I'm actually going to switch sides because what I'm going to do, you might be able to see from that side. So we're in a nice deep lunge. Take a deep breath here, keeping both palms down on the inside of your right foot. And you're going to switch into your side lunge. So we're switching into a side lunge, so you'll be facing straight ahead. Take a deep inhale here. Reach up with your right arm and just give yourself a little stretch. Gorgeous. Bring that hand back down, both hands on the mat. You're going to drop that right knee and keep your left leg extended into a forward-facing gate pose. Arms up in line with our ears. Drop the shoulders down. So you're stacking those joints on top of each other, hips facing straight ahead. So we're doing a new version of gate pose today. Inhale. Exhale, send those left fingers down your left leg and reach over with your right arm. Lovely, everybody. And bring that right arm all the way back down onto the mat in front of you into your gate pose. Reaching with that left arm. And as usual, I'm kicking my plant over. And if you want to here, you can lift that left leg as well. And if you want to, you can take that left leg behind you. Take your left foot into your left hand and just kick that foot into your hand. Give yourself a stretch through the shoulders. Deep inhale. And exhale, whichever version you're in. Maybe your foot's on the floor, maybe you're floating the foot, and maybe you're balancing and stretching those shoulders. Deep breath. Really nice. Drop back down into your all fours position. Tuck those toes under and send those sit bones back up towards the sky into your downward facing. Lovely, everybody, and let's do the other side. Send that left leg up towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee. If you want to, gazing underneath your left armpit, opening up the hips and flex that left foot. Make sure that weight is evenly distributed. Send that left knee all the way forward to meet your left chest to meet your chest. Plant that left foot and drop your right knee down onto the mat. We're sinking into those hips in a low lunge. Make sure knee is above your ankle. Take both hands to the inside of your foot. And then we're going to shift into our side lunge. Really nice, everyone. Take your left arm up and give yourself a little stretch. Gorgeous deep breath. Bring both hands down and come onto your left knee. Bring the right leg out in a nice straight line. Hips squared to the front, arms up in line with your ears. Inhale. Gorgeous. Well done, everybody. Send that right hand down your right leg and left arm extended. So it's kind of like your reverse warrior. Inhale here. Exhale, drop forward, bring your left hand onto the mat. Bring your left leg so it's in line with your right. So if you're happy here, you can stay here. And if you want to, lift that left leg, reach your left arm out. And those of you that want to go further still can bend the, I'm sorry, my left and right is really appalling, but you, whichever one you didn't do last time, do this side. So your right foot is going to kick into your right hand and give yourself a little stretch. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Gorgeous, everybody. Dropping down, all fours position. And just give yourself a little wiggle here. Give yourself a little cat-cow. So drop your navel to the floor, gaze up to the sky. Exhale, arching crown of the head towards the floor, dome the shoulders. And if you want to, you can freestyle this movement. Maybe give yourself little circles through the wrists, whatever feels good. Really get deep into the spine, deep into the nooks and crannies of your body. If you want to just keep the same up, down of your cat-cow, then please do, dropping your navel towards the floor and arching up. And give me a few more breaths here. Really, really get into your body. Maybe you want to sit back on your heels. Maybe you want to Beyonce cat. Wiggle those hips, wiggle that bum, draw figure of eights with your spine. Do what feels good to you. Take one more deep breath and bring yourself back into your all fours position. And from here, we're going to tuck those toes under, push our sit bones up towards the sky and take our downward facing dog once again. Deep breath, inhale. Right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog, and send that right knee all the way forward towards your chest. Plant the foot. Bring yourself up into your lunge. Make sure that knee is above your ankle. You don't want to send the knee too far forward. Hips squared to the front, arms in line with your ears, and drop those shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down on either side of that front foot and drop the back knee. Untuck the back foot. Take a deep inhale here, gaze straight ahead. Exhale, straighten your right leg, your front leg, and flex your right foot, bending the back knee and draw yourself forward. Deep inhale, sink into that hamstring stretch. It's a lovely one. You'll feel it pull on the back of your hamstrings. I get very indulgent in hamstring stretches because I've done a really, really bad hamstring injury. It's taking 2 years to heal. So I like to really sink into these. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale, bring yourself back forward into your lunge position, arms up. And let's split those arms now. So you send the right arm back and the left arm forward. So we're twisting our spine. If you're happy here, lovely. If you want to go further, you can reach that right hand back towards your right ankle and lunge back with that left arm. This is completely optional. Deep inhale. Swing both arms around on either side of that front foot. Straight the front leg. Flex the right foot and sink forward onto that right thigh. Inhale. And exhale. And let's go again. Bring that right foot down onto the mat. Bring yourself forward into your lunge. Bring those arms up. Opening your heart center. Drop the shoulders down. Make sure that knee is above your ankle. If you want to stay here, that's fine, that's lovely. And if you want to go further, split the arms. Right arm goes back, left arm goes forward. You twist the spine. Pregnant ladies, please do not do this. And if you want to go further still, send that right hand back towards your ankle. Left arm over your head, breathe, inhale. Exhale, windmill both arms back around on either side of that front foot. One more time, straighten that right leg. Really get deep into that hamstring. Really nice, deep inhale. And exhale, bring that foot back down, right foot planted. And we're going to pick up our left toe. So you're just going to bring that foot back up. And then you're going to lift the back leg. And then in your own time, bring those arms up in line with your ears. Lovely, take a deep breath in with me, and we're going to turn that left foot out, bring ourselves into our warrior two. Square those hips outwards, arms in line with your shoulders. Left foot is turned out, right foot facing straight ahead. Bending the front knee, turn around so that you can see what I'm doing. Inhale here. Exhale, pivot forward, turn the right palm, and then tickle those left fingers down the back of your left leg. Reverse your warrior, send that right arm back. And those of you that want, you can bring that left arm all the way around to touch your right thigh, sinking into that front knee bend. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, unravel the arms back to your warrior two. Deep inhale, bring yourself forward. Turn your palms outwards And just bring yourself in to your side angle pose, opening your heart center. If you're happy here, that's lovely. If this is a little bit too much, just bring your right forearm onto your right thigh and your left arm over the top, so it's a straight line in your extended side angle pose, but try not to be just like you're hanging out of the pub on your knee. Try and actually lift up through your chest. So if you are happy here, stay here. And if you want a little more, you can take your bind, bringing your right arm underneath your right leg, left arm over the top, open that chest out to the side, deep breath, inhale. Lovely, I can see people taking a bind, that makes me very happy, well done. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And whichever version you're in, we're going to straighten both the legs. So stay in your bind if you're in your bind, otherwise your arms open in your triangle pose. If you're in your bind, just give me one more breath here. And then everyone to triangle pose. Right hand in line with right foot, left arm up. Try and gaze up at your extended arm if you can. So in this pose, I want you again to imagine that you've been put in a toaster, so you're nice and aligned. And if you feel uncomfortable, then you're probably doing this pose right. Take a nice deep breath here. And bring yourself up to standing. Take hold, finger and thumb on your hip bones, and steer yourself forward. So what I would recommend here is that you just take a little step and bring your right foot in slightly. We're going to keep both of our legs nice and straight, finger and thumb on those hip bones, steer the hips to the front and start to hinge through the hips. We're leaning forward. You can bring your arms out in front if you want to. Bring yourself to halfway and hold. Inhale. And exhale. Try and bring that back down nice and flat. Inhale. And exhale. Drop those palms down on either side of the front foot and try and bring yourself forward into your pyramid pose. Inhale. And exhale. Yay, my stream's holding out today. I'm very happy. Inhale. And exhale. Take a nice deep breath here. Place your palms flat, bend the front knee and step back into your plank position. So you guys have options here, and I'm going to switch sides again. If you would prefer to just push straight back up into your downward facing dog, then please feel free to do that. Those of you that would like to take a vinyasa with me, tuck those elbows in, come down through your chaturanga, halfway, push forward, upward facing, tuck the tops of the feet under, and then push back, exhale, downward facing dog. We're all meeting back in our down dog and breathe. Lovely, everybody. And are you ready to do the same thing on the other side? Let's take a nice deep inhale, left leg all the way up towards the sky in your three-legged dog. Evenly distribute that weight, send the left knee forward towards your chest. Plant that foot. Really nice. Bring your arms up in line with your ears. Square the hips to the front. Inhale. And exhale. And if you're clapping the NHS, then please feel free to go outside and give them a clap. I can hear them all on my street giving them a clap. I will let you off this little sequence if you're going to clap for our carers. Sink into those hips. Inhale. And exhale. And let's bring our palms down on either side of that front foot. Drop the right foot down, drop the right knee. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale, straighten that left leg. And breathe. Drawing your chest forward. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Really sink into that hamstring stretch. And exhale. And bring yourself forward. Inhale, plant the left leg. Reach your arms up in line with your ears. And if you're happy here, then lovely, stay here. If you want to, you can split the arms, left arm back this time, and right arm facing straight ahead. So one side always will feel a little bit tighter. So for example, this is my tight side. So if you're happy here, stay here. And if you want to, you can reach that left hand back and your right arm over the top. Take a deep breath. And exhale, windmill both hands On either side of that front foot, straight the front leg, your left leg, flex the left foot. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, fold forward. Deep breath, inhale. Folding over your thigh, bringing the torso down onto your thigh, trying not to curve the spine. Inhale. Exhale, plant that left foot, reaching up towards the sky. Bending that front knee, hips square to the front, drop the shoulders down. If you're happy here, lovely. If you want to take your split, bring the arms apart, left arm back, right arm forward, twisting through the spine. Remember, pregnant ladies, no twists for you, please. And if you're happy here, stay here. If you want to go further, drop that left hand back, right arm over the top, and reach. And gently windmill both hands back, round, in front, on either side of that front foot. Last time, we're going to straighten that front leg, left leg nice and straight, flex that left foot. Inhale, we lengthen, exhale, we fold forward. Really get deep into that hamstring. Deep breath, inhale. And exhale. And inhale, plant that left foot. Untuck your right foot. Lift that right knee. And in your own time, gazing straight ahead, square those hips forward. Bring your arms up in line with your ears. Drop those shoulders down. Turn that right foot out. Square the hips outwards and come into your warrior two. Arms in line with your shoulders. Gaze down that front fingertips. Tuck the tailbones under here. And deep inhale, bring yourself forward. But sit into that front knee bend. Turn your left palm to face up towards the sky and send your right fingers down your right leg. Left arm up and over. Reverse your warrior. And those of you that want to bring that right arm all the way around behind your spine, to touch your left thigh. Sink into that front knee bend, inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Unravel, bring yourself back to your warrior two. Turn your palms outwards and pivot forward, keeping the arms nice and open. So if you're happy here, lovely. If this is a bit much, you can bring your left forearm onto your left thigh. Right arm over the top, and remember, try and keep that chest nice and lifted. We don't want to just be slumping down onto our arm. So if this is too easy for you and you want to take your bind, left arm underneath left leg, right arm over the top, and breathe. And breathe. Lovely, everybody. Really nice. Deep inhale. And everyone, let's straighten both legs. If you're keeping your bind, keep your bind. If your arms are open, you'll now be in your triangle pose. If you had your arm or your forearm on your knee, bring yourself into your triangle pose with both arms open. And everybody, let's meet in triangle. Left hand in line with left ankle. And remember, we're in a toaster, or we're squashed between two panes of glass. Hips nice and aligned, probably feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Gaze up at your extended arm if you can. Deep breath here, inhale. And exhale. And gently windmill both hands back around and just bring yourself into an upright position. Finger and thumbs on your hips and square your hips to the front. And maybe you take a little step in with your back foot and don't lose your balance like me. Gazing straight ahead, and we're going to start to hinge forward through the hips, drawing our torso forward. And when you get to halfway, we're just going to pause, and maybe you want to bring your arms out in a nice straight line. Deep inhale here. Draw that navel in, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lovely, well done. Inhale. Exhale, bring both hands down at either side of that front foot into your pyramid pose. If you need to step the back leg in a little, then please do. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, trying to glue that torso to your thigh. Breathing here, deep inhale. And exhale. Press those palms down. Step back into your plank position and either bringing yourself straight up into your downward facing dog or coming down through a mini vinyasa. Tuck those elbows in, chaturanga. Push forward, upward facing. And push back down. We're facing sit bones up towards the sky. Lovely. And just give yourself a little wiggle here. Send those hips from side to side. Walk those feet out. It's your last downward dog of the day. Really nice. And just slight bend in the knees, gaze straight ahead, and step, float, or jump through into a seated position on your mats. We're obviously going to take a Baddha Konasana bound angle pose because it's my favorite. So drawing your feet together like palms and drawing the knees away from each other. So they're dropping down on either side of the mat, opening your hips. Inhale, we lengthen. Keep those hips nice and sturdy. Keep those sit bones planted, and exhale, dropping the knees. This pose creates, it increases blood flow to the pelvic floor. It's a really lovely hip opener. Inhale. Exhale, feel those knees pushing apart and dropping down. Really breathe into the pose. Gently let go of your feet, bring your hands down behind you. And you're going to take your feet out in front of you, plant your feet, bend your knees. Feet and knees want to be parallel like train tracks, about hip width apart. We're going to take our boat pose. It's a really lovely one for abs and also for your balance. I'm going to give you guys 3 options. So the first option is you can bring your hands out on either side of the mat, kind of behind you so that they act as a balance. Bring your legs into a tabletop position. Make sure your spine stays nice and straight. Option 1. Option 2, maybe you don't need to put your hands on the floor at all. And option 3, maybe you want to try and straight those legs. Keep that back nice and straight. Your legs will probably shake here. And let's take 3 breaths. Inhale. Keep that back straight. Well done, lovely. Inhale. Gorgeous. Keep going for me, breathe. We're going to take 1 more for luck. Inhale. Exhale, drop those feet and bring yourself forward. Hug your knees. Bring your knees. Bring your head down to your knees. And just bring in your arms. Lift your head. Bring your arms in line with your legs again, but with your feet planted. And we're going to start to very slowly roll back. We're rolling down onto the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. Curve that spine and really feel the spine rippling down onto the mat. We're keeling ourselves down. You really want to get a nice flat back, so we're pressing each vertebrae down one by one. Our head and neck will be the last things to come down. Pushing our palms down on either side of our hips. Planting those feet. Make sure those feet and knees stay hip width apart. So what we're going to do is our shoulder bridge. It's a lovely one for insomnia, stress, and anxiety. So it's probably a really good one to do at the moment. It's also really good for those pelvic floor muscles. So that little hammock of muscles that holds all your pelvic floor organs, all your pelvic organs in place. Very, very important part of the body. So keeping those feet nice and flat. Take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, we start to roll the hips up towards the sky. Imagine someone's got a string in the center of your pelvis and they're lifting you up. And keep those feet and knees bowed. So you'll want to engage through the bum, the thighs, the glutes. So if you start dipping your knees out to the side, you'll lose that engagement. Keeping them nice and aligned. And if you want to, you can walk those shoulders together underneath your back and interlink your fingers. Keep those hips nice and high. Really breathe into those hips. Inhale. And exhale. And give me 3. And exhale. And 2. And exhale. Keeping those hips nice and high. Last one. Gently roll that spine down onto the mat, 1 vertebra at a time. And just take those knees in towards your chest and gently rock from side to side, massaging your spine on the mat. And maybe bring your arms out on either side and just drop your feet and windscreen wipe the legs from side to side. Just creating a little bit of movement in the hips. And then gently bring yourself back to center and start to straighten your body out. You guys know what's coming. Reaching your arms up above your head, point your fingers, point your toes to your full body stretch. Reaching from one side of the room to the other. I want you to imagine someone's got hold of your fingers, someone's got hold of your toes. If you've taken my class before, you'll know this is the biggest stretch. It's the most important stretch. I want you to pour everything into this stretch. So everything that's been annoying you, everything that's been stressing you out, let's pour it all in. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Fingers stretching. Imagine they're trying to add inches onto your body. Everything that's annoying you, let's put it into the stretch. Every part of your body is tense, including your face. Screw those facial features up. Tiny beady eyes, tiny scrunched up nose, tiny little mouth. Really, really scrunched up. Ugliest face you've ever made in your life. Keep stretching, keep stretching. Keep reaching. 5, 4, pour it all in. 3, 2, 2.5. And 1, let go. Bring your arms down by your side. Allow those palms to fall open, feet fall open. Close your eyes and melt down into your mats. If you would like a different position for your Shavasana, then please feel free to take it now. If you want to put on a jumper or cover yourself with a blanket or take a sip of water or tea, then please do. And then bring yourself back down onto your mat. You're very welcome to take Shavasana seated if you want to. I'm just going to sit up so that I can talk to you all. But I fully recommend taking it lying down on your mat. It really is a lovely treat. So bringing yourself back down onto your mat, palms facing up towards the sky and feet falling open. Close your eyes and take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Excuse me. Expand your abdomen, send all of your air down towards the bottom of your lungs. And as you exhale, reverse the breath. Start to tune into your breath. Tuning out all outside distractions, thoughts and worries. Take that imaginary broom and start to sweep all of your thoughts away, clearing that mind and leaving your head empty. Feeling that breath wash through you as you inhale and exhale. And take your attention down towards your feet, feeling them fall open on the mat. Each toe unraveling one by one. Feet falling open, ankles, calves, knees and thighs becoming lightweight. All the way up to the base of your spine. And feeling each vertebrae melt down into the mat one by one. As though someone is pressing down the keys on the piano. all the way up to your shoulders. Drawing those shoulders down away from your ears, dropping them down your spine, feeling them melt into the mat, bringing yourself back to where we were at the beginning of the class. We create space between the shoulders and the ears, and we keep the neck long. Unclench your jaw. Pay attention to your back teeth. Make sure that they are not touching, and drop your tongue down away from the roof of your mouth. Maybe your mouth is open slightly, feeling your breath wash through. Unfurrow your brow and keep your facial features gentle and soft. Your head is light, free of thoughts and worries, clear and empty. Arms lightweight at your side, and each fingertip unraveling one by one with your palms facing up towards the sky to release energy and receive. And finally, we take our attention to our chest and abdomen. And with every inhale, we feel our breath washing through, cleansing us. And as we exhale, we release. And as we inhale, we lengthen. We keep our chest and abdomen free of tightness and tension. And exhale. And as we focus in on our breath, we take this moment to be truly grateful for our practice, for our bodies, for our health, and for our minds. And for the time we've been given to take this practice. And really breathe in that gratitude. Inhale. And exhale. And let's take this moment of complete calm with only our breath. Inhale. And gently start to wiggle your fingers and your toes to draw awareness back into your bodies. And if you are lying on your back, just gently draw your knees in towards your chest and start to rock from side to massage your spine on the mat. And bringing yourself all the way over onto the right hand side into your fetal position. And gently rolling up to seated. Sit bones even. Palms on your knees. Keep those eyes closed if you can. Dropping the shoulders down. Deep inhale here. And exhale, reverse the breath. Take a nice deep sigh. And again, inhale. Deep sigh, let everything out. And one more time, build it all up. Everything that you want to let out, just build it up. Inhale. And sigh. Draw your palms together at your heart center. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me this evening. And thanks for not signing off when I had a mini coughing fit at the beginning of Shavasana. Obviously, the most inappropriate time to decide to have a coughing fit. I will be back tomorrow evening at 7:30 again. If you have any suggestions or anything that you'd like me to include in the flow, anything you want to work on, please feel free to pop them in the comments on Facebook or drop them into the messages now on Zoom. If you're going to message on Zoom, please make sure you do it before the meeting ends and I sign off. It has been so lovely to share my practice with you this evening, as it is every evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, have a lovely rest of your night. Namaste.
Right, I'm going to let everybody in. Ooh.
Oh, Sarah wants to work on the splits. You're all going to be really sorry she said that. We'll do some split stuff tomorrow. We won't go fully into splits if you don't want to, but I will give you guys the options to do it if you would like to. But I do like splits, so we'll do a little bit of that. We'll get deep into our hips. Thank you all so much. Balance, please. Balance is my worst thing. I'm really, really rubbish at balance. I'll be very embarrassing and probably fall over, but we can do some balancing tomorrow as well. Balancing and splits. Okay, let me try and include those in tomorrow. If not tomorrow, we'll do one tomorrow and one the day after. Thank you guys so much for your practice. Core, okay, core, balance and splits. Right, so that's the rest of the week then. Thank you all so much. I'm going to sign off now, guys. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Core, okay, core is the most popular. We'll do core tomorrow, and then we'll do splits, and then we'll do balance. Okay, mwah. Lovely. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, my loves, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow.